All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit our goal of 8,000 subs. Thank you guys very much. We're going to be giving away a jersey on our live show here soon. But, guys, we're looking at 9K subs now. We're getting to Thanksgiving time. We're getting to Christmas time. We would love to hit 10Ks by December 22nd, 23rd, somewhere around there, so we can give someone $1,000 for the Christmas gifts. That'd be a huge lift off someone's shoulders. So please get us a 10K. We love what we're doing. Thank you guys for the support. 12K subs after the 10K. We're going to send someone to a game. Probably not the Super Bowl. Don't get any ideas, guys. But we're gonna do our best to send you guys to two people to a couple games of your choice. That's probably not the Super Bowl. But guys, thank you again for all the support. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get some NFL picks and props for Thursday, November 9th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard. I'm gonna do it for us. We went 0-3 with the Jets. I should have took the bullet with the Chargers. We're moving on to Thursday night football. I'm horrible in football right now. It's gonna be this is what we deserve, honestly. It's gonna be the Carolina Panthers going up against the Chicago Bears. The Bears are -3.5. The over-under is 38.5. Is that what it came out at?
Yep, 38.5.
All right, Trey, tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah, this game's going to be brutal. And Bear, if there's any game to turn it around for you, it is this game for sure. But just to put it into perspective about how bad this game's going to be, these two teams have a combined record of 3-14. That is just no bueno. And this is a very important game for the Bears. That is because they own the Panthers' first-round pick. So I do expect ownership to already be paying some visit into the coaches and maybe even the players' locker room to be like, hey, guys, we definitely need to win this game. We need to send the Panthers home packing, because if the Panthers lose this game, they are almost a sure bet to continue to just be that number one pick. And I know Chicago definitely wants the number one and possibly even number two overall pick. So I do expect this game to be controlled by the Bears, but even 3.5 points is too much for me, to be honest with you. So instead, I'm just going to go to a team total here, and I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers to go under their 17.5 team total. It's at -122, which I absolutely love. I just don't think that the Panthers can score 2 touchdowns and a field goal in this game. I mean, they're just not a very good offense. It's just not been very good. That's because Carolina, they come this game averaging right at this number, 17 points per game. And whenever we look at this Bears defense, the Bears defense honestly isn't that good. They're honestly surprisingly been doing very good this season, especially against the run. And I just don't have very much confidence in Bryce Young to be able to pick apart this Bears secondary on a short week. So give me the Carolina Panthers to go under their 17.5 team total against the Bears.
I do love that play, Trey. Seth?
Yeah, guys, and I'm going to go with the Bears money line here. This is arguably going to be the worst Thursday night matchup of the year. This is going to be considered a stink fest, in my opinion. Not many bright spots for either of these teams. The Panthers used their first overall pick and drafted the wrong quarterback. The Bears' former first-round pick has argued with his coaching staff all year and is now injured. But I guess you could say there is kind of a bright spot here. The Bears are starting a former D2 QB standout in Tyson Bagent that I must say has done a very solid job since he started. And quite frankly, I think this undrafted QB is going to go in and beat the first overall pick in this game. How can I take a team in the Panthers that are only averaging 17.5 points per game while their defense has been struggling as of late, allowing 31 points per game over their last 4 games? And to be honest, I don't think the Bears have looked all that bad with Bagent under center. They've really competed in every game, so I'm going to take them here in this one. I just do not trust Carolina and that Carolina offense. I think the Bears defense can keep them in check, and I do like Bagent enough in this game to be competitive and win this game.
Yeah, are we going to have a conversation about Bryce Young? I know C.J. Stroud looks better than him, but are you already done on Bryce Young?
I don't think Bryce Young's that good of a quarterback, honestly.
Trey, do you?
I mean, I think he's good, but I mean, at the end of the day, the Panthers have done a crappy job supporting him around with good players. If you look at what the Texans have done, at least they got some speedsters that C.J. Stroud can just throw some short routes to. Outside of Thielen, Panthers don't really got much.
I'm just saying I don't think it was smart to draft Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud is all I'm saying.
Well, you drafted a quarterback and you gave away your best playmaker on offense, so I don't like.
I like Bryce Young. I think he is a good franchise quarterback.
Okay.
It is not fair to judge a young quarterback first 8-9 weeks of the season.
Yeah, I agree. And I got a problem with trusting quarterbacks because I'm going to talk about Zach Wilson in a little bit. But as a fan of all sports, I do think we need to appreciate this game because in the middle of summer, these are the games that we would die for. And right now, when we have all the games, every sport's on right now, literally every sport basically is on, we hate this game. We don't want anything to do with this game, but we need to remember when there was nothing in the summer and all we had was baseball, we would have killed for this game. So this is going to be a principal game for me. I know that nobody wants to watch the game, but you're going to watch because it's NFL football. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to take the under 38.5 points because it's gross, And then we're going to take the Panthers plus 3.5 because neither of these teams should be favored by any points for any reason at all. The under 38.5 and the Panthers plus 3.5 are going to be my 2 plays because both these teams, I think everybody can agree, they're the 2 worst teams in the NFL besides the New York Giants. The New York Giants are the worst team in the NFL by far. Then we have the Panthers, and then we have the Bears, neck and neck for 2 and 3 right there. So give me the under, give me the Panthers plus 3.5. Let's move on to the player props. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and I was 0-1 on the player props because I got Quentin Johnston over 34.5 receiving yards versus the Jets. I mean, guys, Justin Herbert might have had his worst game of his career. There's nothing I could do about that. Quentin Johnston, he never really had an opportunity. The Jets' defense was absolutely absurd.
Seth?
Yeah, and guys, as long as Zach Wilson is starting, no offensive weapon on the Jets has a chance. I need to start thinking about that. No matter how talented Breece Hall was, he didn't have a chance in this game because the Chargers just spied him, and they know Zach Wilson's not going to beat them. So there was no chance in this game for him.
I disagree. I disagree a lot. And I know Zach Wilson's not good, but he's definitely not bad. Like, he's not horrible.
He's fucking terrible.
No, stop.
No,
stop. Seriously.
He's had so many times.
No. Stop. The offensive line is horrible. And Zach Wilson, yes, I'll agree he's bad, but he's not horrible. And he did put the ball in the receivers a couple times, and they dropped the ball multiple times. Allen Lazard got hit in the chest 3 times, and he dropped all 3 balls. Conklin on the touchdown drive, he dropped the ball. Nobody's helping him out. And by the way, I don't understand. I will say something bad about Zach Wilson. Whenever he gets sacked, he takes like 15-yard sacks. I don't know how that happens, and I don't know why he doesn't run. Do you guys notice that? He's
zero pocket awareness. That's why pocket awareness.
He has negative awareness because there was a couple times people were right on top of him. He didn't even know. But I think Zach Wilson's not that bad. I don't know. I'm going to take a lot of heat for that. But Justin Herbert, the Jets, I don't know how they lost this game by 21 points. Justin Herbert only had 130 yards. The defense played well. They had a touchdown on special teams. They had some turnovers. They had a couple fumbles.
The Jets couldn't get into positive territory at all in that game. So the Chargers just kept getting the ball with not very much field to have to cover, and it was not a great game.
I don't know.
I heard a stat. I can't remember the exact date, but it said that the Jets were the first team to allow less than 200 total yards and lose by over 21 points, and it was like over like 15, 20 years. Like, it's been a long time.
I don't know how they lost that game 27-6. On paper, it looks like the Jets won the game.
The name is Zach Wilson. That is how.
No. Zach Wilson didn't play great. He wasn't like good, but 265, no interceptions. He had a strip fumble. Nobody was helping him out. Nobody bailed him out. The offensive line didn't bail him out, that's for sure. He just needs to get better with the awareness. He needs to run the ball a little bit more, and he's going to be good. I'll get off the Zach Wilson box here. I did have Zach Wilson over 216.5 passing yards. He did cash for me. He had 268 passing yards in the game. So doubled up Justin Herbert. So let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Chuba Hubbard here. And I'm going to take him to go under 43.5 rushing yards against the Chicago Bears. I really love this under for Chuba in this game. I was honestly tossing back and forth night after night, trying to decide which running back I'm going to fade for the Panthers between Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders. But I ultimately decided on Hubbard here because I honestly do think this distribution is going to be closer to 50-50 in this game. So I'm just going to take the higher line, and that is Hubbard in this game. And there's a couple reasons why I like the running backs for the Panthers to not have very much success against the Bears in this game. That's because the Bears, they have been great at defending their run so far this season, and they just added another force to their defensive line in Montez Sweat at the trade deadline. And this Bears defense, they allow the lowest yards per carry in the entire NFL. That's because they only allow 3.3 yards per carry. That's honestly very impressive. So just on that trend alone, Chuba, he's going to need to get 14 carries in this game. And I don't think he's going to have that many carries because I think this is going to be more of a timeshare carry backfield here because we all know that Dave Tepper is an owner that loves to get into his head coach's head. And, you know, they're paying Miles Sanders a pretty hefty running back salary this year. So I think that he's saying, guys, I'm going to be paying this guy money, put him on the field. And whenever we combine that with a short week here, I think that they're not going to look to just put it on one running back. So I love Chuba Hubbard to go under. So I'm going to take him to go under 43.5 rush yards against the Bears.
I like it, Trey. I like it a lot. Seth?
Yeah, and I'm going to go to a receiving prop for the Bears. And I'm going to take Darnell Mooney to go over 27.5 receiving yards. The thing I really like about Darnell Mooney is this is a player that really knows his role in this offense. He knows he's never going to be the highest targeted guy, but he knows that he is going to be the guy that goes and makes big plays. Mooney really started to make strides when Tyson Bagent became QB, as Mooney has hit this over in every game that Bagent has started. I'm very surprised this number is so low just due to the sheer volume of looks Mooney's been getting when Bagent has been under center. And this Carolina secondary has been the bright spot for their defense this year, which is why it's probably set so low. But I think they're going to do everything in their power to make sure DJ Moore doesn't beat them, and he's going to draw a majority of the coverage, which is why I like Mooney in this complementary type of role. Mooney is currently averaging 15.4 yards per catch this season, and he's had some big plays in his last couple games. He's had a 38-yard reception and a 41-yard reception in those games. Mooney can hit this over in one catch, which is why I'm going to hammer this over for Mooney, as I trust that Bagent will look to Mooney frequently with DJ Moore getting blanket coverage. I do like Mooney here. Like I said, this guy at most needs 3 catches to hit this over.
Yeah, I do like that one as well. I'm going to stick with the Bears receivers here. I'm going to take the tight end. I'm going to take Cole Kmet to go over 37.5 receiving yards against the Panthers. This number is way, way, way too low for Cole Kmet, even though he is getting Tyler Badgett thrown to him. Since Justin Fields went down, Tyler has been targeting Cole Kmet a ton in the first 2 games. In the 2 starts against the Chargers and the Saints, Cole has caught 16 balls, totaling 134 yards in just those 2 games alone. He also caught 2 touchdowns against the Saints last week, and in a game I think is going to go under by a lot of points. I do love the overplay for the tight end of the Chicago Bears. Tyler and Cole seem to have a really good connection together. So until I see anything different, I'm going to take the small number here, over 37.5 receiving yards as my play, guys. Let's go over to the graphic. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and I gave out the Panthers to go under their team total. I originally put 18.5, and 18.5 was only minus 128, so I don't hate that either, but I took their under 17.5 at minus 112. I don't expect them to put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal in this game. And also take Chuba Hubbard under 43.5 rush yards against the Bears. Bears rush defense has been pretty stout this season, and I expect it to continue here against Hubbard.
Seth?
Yeah, and I'm taking the Bears money line. I like Bagent and the Bears to be able to win this game. And then I'm taking Darnell Mooney over 27.5 receiving yards.
And I've got the Panthers and Bears under 39.5 points and the Panthers plus 3.5. Nobody should be favored in this game. They should just agree to the tie. And then I have Cole Kmet over 37.5 receiving yards. Him and Tyler have been on a great connection over the last 2 games. So, guys, it's going to do it for our NFL plays and props for Thursday, November 9th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,